Hey guys, so welcome back to our Sorting Hat Challenge. This is going to be part 2, and I'll link part 1 down below.
Doesn't count, this is 4?
I'm not counting
5?
anymore.
Something! Next! Haha! Alphonse Elric.
Yes!
So, Alphonse Elric is from the manga Full Metal Alchemist. Also shows up in the animes Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Full Metal Alchemist was done
First.
before the series was before the actual manga was finished, and then kind of went out on its own. Brotherhood is a direct adaptation of the manga.
Yes. So, Alphonse Elric is the second protagonist and little brother to the, I guess, main protagonist.
Yeah.
Al is very sweet.
Oh my goodness, he's such a sweetheart.
He's such a sweetheart. He's incredibly kind. He's very strong. Like his older brother, I think, has beat him in a fight once.
Yes, and there was other things going on there.
Yeah, it's questionable whether that was really a fair fight.
Yeah. But he also carries kittens around inside his armor because, by the way, he doesn't have a body, it's just armor. So he can actually carry kittens around, and because he just loves kittens.
Okay, definitely not Slytherin.
No.
Not Slytherin. No.
No, he's intelligent enough to be a Ravenclaw, I would say, but I don't think that's what drives him.
No, he's kind of more, not effortlessly smart, but I feel like while he's
a prodigy.
He's better at, say, fighting than his older brother is, I do think that Ed is the better alchemist.
Oh, yeah, yes.
So, and yeah, he doesn't have that same drive to study and learn more.
At least not naturally, there's other things going on here, but left to his own devices, it'd be like, I want to learn, but that's not necessarily why. I don't think without his older brother he'd be doing that, honestly.
Yeah, I think he just kind of followed into the alchemy thing because that's what his older brother was doing.
And let's face it, Ed has a pretty
domineering,
personality. So, yeah. My first instinct is definitely Hufflepuff with him. Like, one of his main driving factors is his loyalty to his older brother. And like, their relationship is so incredibly close, but even when he's not interacting with Ed, it's like...
Because one thing is, I really should brush up on the traits of all the houses, because while I superficially know, I need to be reminded. So for Gryffindors, it's being courageous and brave, but does standing up for what's right fall in with being a Gryffindor? Holding true to your ideals no matter the situation?
I think that's something that could fall under most of them, because I know, like, at the Battle of Hogwarts, I think it's all the Hufflepuffs stayed. And I'm pretty sure, I can't remember the exact details, I think most or all of the Gryffindors did too, but I know all the Hufflepuffs did. Mm-hmm. So that's something that could be either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
Okay, because the only thing that would have me saying maybe Gryffindor is just that Al is so staunchly grounded in what he believes is right and what he believes is wrong, and if something is wrong, then you do not go along with it. You try and do something about it.
Yes, there's so. But like the scene that I think of most when I think of Al's loyalty is when Ed literally was almost killed in front of him to protect Al, because this man has been hunting alchemists, and he just says he's fighting Ed, and Ed says, if I let you kill me, will you let my brother go? And Al is sitting there, and he's damaged, he's injured, so he can't fight back.
He can't move, really.
Yeah, he's incapable of moving, but he's basically screaming, no, don't hurt him. And then afterwards, when they're okay, because someone steps in, Ed just, Al, are you okay? Runs up to him, and Al punches him in the face because, you idiot, why didn't you run? So, that's very their relationship. Very loving, but they will absolutely, like, punch each other's lights out if they think the other is being stupid.
In very anime style.
But yes, very, very anime style.
Yes. So, while he may have some Gryffindor tendencies, I think I would back you up on predominantly Hufflepuff. Yeah,
so, okay, Alphonse Elric, we are saying, is a Hufflepuff.
Haha. Frodo Baggins.
Yes! Okay. So, Frodo is another one that is a little bit in between, because he does start to show, like, Slytherin tendencies as the series goes on with how he interacts with Gollum, although sometimes really not. Just to clarify, I'm talking about book Frodo here, not movie Frodo, because while they are similar, there are differences.
There are definitely differences.
Yeah, there's some very important differences here, particularly in the relationship with Gollum. I wouldn't say he's a Gryffindor, because it's kind of like, he does go on this quest, but it's not because he has a sense of adventure or anything, it's just, this has to happen and I'm the best choice, so I'll go. Mm-hmm. That, again, is a very Hufflepuff trait, but at the same time, we also know he's extremely intelligent, especially when it comes to things like languages. The appendices actually list him as being very, very linguistically gifted. Like, Bilbo can speak multiple languages and he can translate easily, but if I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while since I read it, the appendix actually lists Bilbo as having not a very good Elven accent, whereas Frodo it has like a bang-on Elven accent and can speak it perfectly, which is a very Ravenclaw thing, I would say. And then, of course, there's the fact that he writes this book, and he can be quite creative in how he views things. So it's kind of like, I don't really want to sort him into Hufflepuff, but at the same time, it's kind of like he kind of is. So he could be Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, but he also exemplifies some Slytherin traits as the book goes on.
I think I would lean either more towards Ravenclaw or Slytherin rather than, say, Hufflepuff, and I'd lean more towards Ravenclaw than, say, Slytherin if I had to compare them. I wouldn't really say Gryffindor as well.
No,
but when I think of Frodo, and full disclosure, I am most familiar with the movie version of Frodo. Well, I attempted to read the books when I was in grade 6. I believe I got through the Mines of Moria, and my little grade 6 self was like, they made the Mines of Moria boring, and then never picked it up again. So,
to be fair, you were 11.
True. So I should really probably try reading those again. So again, I'm most familiar with the movie version of Frodo, but I have heard a lot about the book version of Frodo, either through Sarah or my mother who has read them. I've overheard bits and pieces of the audiobooks, so I'm semi-familiar. But when I think of Frodo Baggins, his loyalty isn't exactly what comes to mind. Maybe it's because I more think of him as, he's very driven, at least from my perspective, on the quest. And while he does really care for, Sam and the other people of the journey, I feel like he's more focused, I guess, inward and on his duty and what he needs to be doing. Like, for example, if someone said Samwise Gamgee, I'd be like, Hufflepuff, Hufflepuff, Hufflepuff. Because
I can't carry the ring, but I can carry you!
Like, exactly. I feel like the embodiment of Hufflepuff. He's so loyal and strong and brave and kind, and he's just Hufflepuff. Like, instead of a badger, it should just be a picture of Sam's face.
And now I can't remember if Sam is in this jar or not, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll see. It'll be a really quick one if he is.
Yeah, Hufflepuff!
Like, Hufflepuff, done. So I would say, given all of our options, Frodo, you're a hard one.
I'm personally going Ravenclaw.
I think I'll go Ravenclaw, because I would say Ravenclaw more than Slytherin, because again, because I feel like hobbits are also the antithesis of ambitious.
Unless you count the Saxel Bagginses, but they're not good examples of Slytherins though. The Saxel Bagginses are like, we're gonna steal your silver spoons and take them away.
Yes, even though it's really obvious who did this. So while they have the ambition, I don't think they have any of the cunning.
No, they kind of remind me of Crabbe and Goyle a little bit.
Yeah, where it's like, you're here because you're slimy and your family is from here, I guess.
Yeah, they are bad examples of Slytherins.
Yeah. But I guess, bringing it back to Frodo, I think we're in agreement, Ravenclaw.
Yeah, let's go with Ravenclaw.
Nobody Owens.
Yes! Okay, so this is the character that I put in that Madison is unfamiliar with. Nobody Owens from the Graveyard Book. Yes, Madison has heard a lot about this recently.
Yes.
I'm not good at being quiet about books when I'm reading them, so.
Pot kettle.
So Nobody Owens, this book, if you haven't seen my previous videos, is basically the Jungle Book set in a graveyard. So this kid is raised by ghosts. Nobody Owens is the Mowgli character in this book. He's very, very polite, like super polite, very soft-spoken, and I actually picked him not just because he's the main character, but because I am not sure where to sort him. He's like, I'm not sure where you fall. So first off, I wouldn't say he's a Gryffindor. He does show Gryffindor traits. If he is a Gryffindor, he would be a quieter Gryffindor. I just think that at the end of the book, there's a moment when he's leaving, and it's basically like this, okay, now it's time to go out into the world and, basically build my life, and so that's almost a bit of a Gryffindor-y moment, but it's not super.
From what I've heard of this character, he doesn't really strike me as the brave, bombastic, courageous, searching for adventure kind of character. Again, this may be partly due to his upbringing, being raised by 1700s and earlier ghosts, hence the extreme politeness. So in a similar way to Lizzie, I just feel like the constructs of his upbringing kind of prevent him from truly embodying the traits of a Gryffindor.
Yeah, I would agree. So, probably not a Gryffindor. Him being a Hufflepuff, it's like he could be a Hufflepuff because he is quite loyal, but I don't think that's the one I would go to first with him. So I would say either Ravenclaw or Slytherin, because he is very intelligent. He does very well in school during the brief time that he's there, and he can actually read Latin. That's partly because he grew up in the graveyard, though.
You could say he's kind of ambitious in the way that he doesn't want to be... Well, he loves the graveyard. He doesn't want to be limited to the graveyard. And when his guardian tried to prevent him from going to school and learning more, he was very angry.
Oh, yeah. He went to school because he wanted to go to school, and that actually almost broke his relationship with his guardian, at least temporarily. And also the other aspect to Slytherin aspect is all of his interactions with the villains of the book, and also the Sleer, who isn't really a villain, but isn't exactly a friendly character, because he's talking to the Sleer, and the Sleer basically is saying, like, oh, will you be my master? Because this ghost thing is always constantly looking for someone to be its master, because that's what its job is. It exists to find a master and keep them safe. It's basically like a weird ghost thing that lives inside the hill. And he says, oh, what would you do if I said yes? And the Sleer just goes, oh, I'll just keep you in my coils and keep you safe forever. And or Bod is just like, no, that's not. But he also uses that information at the end of the book as a weapon against the villain, who does not think through the implications of what this thing is asking him. And on top of that, he also uses all of his knowledge throughout the graveyard to end up defeating the villains at the end of the book. So I think I'm going to go with Slytherin. For Bod. Okay, so nobody Owens, Slytherin.
Merlin.
From Merlin's
I was going to say which one. There's a few.
Yes, from the TV series The Adventures of Merlin. My first instinct with him is Hufflepuff, because the entire show, his driving motivation is must keep Arthur safe, must protect Arthur. But even a lot of the stupid stuff he does in the later series is motivated by that, but a lot of the good stuff he does is too. But he could get under a couple of others as well.
Based on what we know of Merlin, my instinct would also be Hufflepuff because of that. That is his drive. While he is intelligent, I wouldn't necessarily say that's his defining trait.
Yeah.
Gryffindor, he can be brave when he needs to be. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways...
Scarily so at times.
Exactly. But, again, what's driving that most of the time is his loyalty. Mm-hmm.
Like, you touched my guardian? Oh,
yeah, it's not like, I'm out there looking for adventure. It's just, I need a place to fit in. I want to belong. I have someone to protect now.
And even, generally speaking, when he is loyal to someone, it takes him an extremely long time and a lot of stuff to happen to break that loyalty, and vice versa. Because you see that with Mordred and Morgana, which are the two of the biggest villains on the series. Mm-hmm. Morgana, they were friends to start with, and she did so much crap before he actually, Dean basically wrote her off, because he just couldn't let go of this friendship. Also, there was guilt involved, but, Mm-hmm. And then Mordred, it was the opposite, where his loyalty to Arthur prevented him from even giving this guy a chance, even though Mordred was actually a very nice person to start with. So probably Hufflepuff. I would say. So thanks for watching part 2, you guys. I will link part 3 down below, and see you all later. Bye-bye.